morning. I am on the last 5 minutes of my first 20 minutes in the morning of just silence, quiet time, if you will. Well, honestly, the first 20 minutes in the morning is hugging my daughter. She comes in, she wakes me up, and we just hug. And I wake up with her hugging me. And so I consider myself very fortunate that I get that kind of love on the wake up. And then after that, we split up and I do quiet time and I just spend some time. For me, meditation, I do many different variations of them. Sometimes I just sit and I listen to my breathing. Sometimes I listen to whatever sounds are around. This morning, there's someone mowing their lawn outside, so I hear the lawnmower. Reflect upon the fact that that person has life and gives life. I think about all of the people and parts that make up a lawnmower, all of the knowledge that had to go into that, all the knowledge that goes into all of our machines. I just kind of think about how everything is interconnected. And so these are some of the things that I reflect on when I'm reflecting. Sometimes I have thoughts that are just going through my mind and I'm just trying to let those thoughts pass and just be aware that I'm thinking about things, be aware, observing myself and my body, mind churning. I sometimes observe myself worrying about things and I always think to myself, well, that's interesting. The body mind is worrying in some way about things that are happening. And I let those thoughts pass. You can't help sometimes but worry about the future. And so I let those thoughts pass and I focus back in on the present moment. The present moment would be me either listening to my breath, or it could be listening to the sound of the lawnmower outside, or it could just be noticing that my mind is thinking about something and recognizing that I am not my actual thoughts. My thoughts are things that happen that I can observe. And if I can observe my thoughts, that means I'm not my thoughts. If I could spend time observing myself breathing, not just breathing, but observing myself breathing, becoming aware that I'm the one breathing. All this stuff helps to ground me in the morning. And it helps for me to clearly approach the day in awareness and mindfulness, which makes everything that I could do throughout the rest of the day incredibly deliberate. It could help me to pay closer attention to family members, to be very mindful of the tasks that I have to accomplish. I just become more aware of life and living and being alive here. My theme for today is silence as strategy. Ironically, I didn't look at this before. Theme, let clarity approach you. If clarity knocked, how would I recognize it? Action for today is to unplug for 2 hours. Sit, stretch, nap, or walk without an agenda. Record any insights that arise afterward. Perfect. I was planning on going for a long walk today and then going to the gym. And so I'll take maybe what I'll do is I'll go to the gym first and then I'll walk for 2 hours afterwards. I'll walk, I'll sit by the lake, just relax, reflect, whatever. Record any insights that arise afterward. I'll probably just use notes on my phone to do that. Let clarity approach you. If clarity knocked, how would I recognize it? Well, I'll say this whole point about silence. Silence is one of the things that 100% will help you become the observer to things that are happening around you and in you. You can become an observer to your own thoughts. That happens in the silence. And it's okay that you're thinking about things. When I first started meditating, the silence was a little bit terrifying because I had to sit with my thoughts and just be there with them. And I didn't like all my thoughts. I didn't like feeling the anxiety. I had severe anxiety. I always had that knot in my stomach. Oh man. And there's the timer. I always had that knot in my stomach. And I learned that it's okay to speak to myself, to just observe my body, feeling like it's in danger. And then I learned through that silence to be able to say to myself, body, I appreciate you for warning me that there's danger, that you see something we either need to run away from or we need to fight. You have a sense of doom and you're just doing what you're supposed to do, and that's warned me. But you feel that way because my brain is telling you that there's something that's going to happen that is dangerous. And just when I shifted and reframed my thinking to become grateful, to become mindful and grateful, living in gratitude for my body's response to danger, that was good. Then I could thank myself for that response and then say, I'm not in any physical danger. The things that the mind is thinking about are unlikely to happen. Or even if they are, when they happen, I will deal with them in the moment. And I don't have to use this moment and my life energy right now to deal with that. And just that clarity and instruction and acknowledgement that it's not necessary for this moment, just that acknowledgement was something that was able to help me not just recognize it in the moment, but train me in time to eliminate the response. And so after a lot of time spending time doing that, and I was anxious a lot, so I spent a lot of time thanking myself for the response, acknowledging that this is something that was built through a process and that my body developed this to protect me and save me, and I'm grateful for that, and that it's not serving me in this moment, and then bringing myself back into the moment as I'm sitting in silence, and then other thoughts would pass, and other thoughts would pass. Doing that over and over helped me to develop a sort of stamina in that awareness and an ability now that, well, it helped to cure, for all intents and purposes, the anxiety. That practice worked for me, along with a lot of deep breathing and then following my breath as I exhaled. I didn't pay much attention. I used to at first pay a lot of attention to exactly how I inhaled. What I learned when it was time for me to calm down was to actually focus on the exhale and just let my body exhale naturally. And I just listened until I completely expended all the air. Then just naturally would inhale to capacity and then let a tiny bit of air out and then inhale again as much as I could and then just let it go. That's what helps me calm down. But for the most part though, just not paying attention to the inhale as much as the exhale. And just, I'm inhaling to inhale. I'm exhaling, I pay very close attention and I watch it and I listen to it. I listen to how the air leaves and I feel how my body feels. Those things help me in the silence to calm down and calm the anxiety. But back to the point, the silence itself it's the way that I practice being mindful and being aware of everything. And then it goes with me during the day and it heightens my experience in life. Does it help me accomplish things and help me have clarity to make the right next decision and do the right next thing a lot of times or what have you? Sure, but that's more a byproduct, the real focus, if you will, and that is to be mindful of everything, to be fully aware and present in the moment, recognizing that I have everything that I need to be in this moment and to thrive in this moment. And I am everything that I've ever needed to be able to have this moment. And everything that I ever will need, I am and I have. And being able to speak to myself in that way creates presence and mindfulness and awareness and clarity necessary for me to be present enough to deal with what is in front of me in a meaningful way and be in gratitude that I have what's in front of me. So that's my reflection. This was my morning reflection. As soon as I got up, I got this done. It's Key to Everything, day 6. I'll talk to you soon.